Alright, quick question. Have you ever finished a set at the gym and thought, should I have pushed for one more rep? Or maybe you've heard someone say, if you're not training till failure, you're wasting your time. I've thought that too, and I've heard that as well. It's just one of those things that gets thrown around in every gym, social media, and fitness circles. It's like some ultimate truth. But is training till failure actually necessary for building muscle? Or could it be doing more harm than good? In this video, I'm breaking it down. What training till failure really is, what the science says, when to use it, and how to get the most out of your lifts without burning yourself out. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit subscribe and keep watching till the end. Let's start simple. Training till failure means doing a set until you literally cannot do another rep with proper form. Like, your muscles are cooked and there's zero chance of lifting that weight again. At least, not right now. But here's something most people don't think about. What kind of failure are we talking about? There's muscular failure. This is where the muscles simply give out. Then there's technical failure, where your form breaks down before your strength does. And sometimes it's just mental failure. Your brain taps out before your body really does. So, when someone says train to failure, we have to ask, what kind of failure? And is it always smart to go there? So, let's look at the research, because this is where it gets interesting. Studies have shown that training close to failure, like leaving 1 or 2 reps in the tank, can stimulate just as much muscle growth as going all the way to failure. For example, sets performed near failure still precede similar muscle hypertrophy compared to full failure. So as long as the overall effort and volume were high, you will still see results. This tells us something huge. You don't have to train till failure on every set to see serious gains. What matters more is consistency, progressive overload, smart programming, volume, and intensity. And here's the kicker. If you train till failure all the time, especially on big compound lifts, you might actually hurt your long-term progress. Why? Because you accumulate so much fatigue that your overall volume, the amount of quality work that you can do, just simply goes down. So, let's look at both sides of the coin, because training till failure isn't all bad. Here are some of the pros. You recruit more muscle fibers, especially the bigger, more powerful type 2 fibers. It can also help you really know your limits. This is useful for beginners to learn intensity. And for bodyweight or lightweight training, going till failure is often necessary to challenge the muscles enough. So, there are pros to training till failure. But, here are the downsides. It creates more fatigue and takes longer to recover from, especially on compound lifts. Your form often breaks down, which can lead to injury if you're not careful. It also reduces the amount of total volume you can handle in a session or a week. And volume is a big driver of muscle growth. So, it's not training till failure that's wrong. It's that doing it all the time, especially without a plan, can actually backfire. I think it's useful to train till failure if you have the proper training and planning. Okay, so failure training isn't something we should do all the time. How do we do it smart? Well, here's what I recommend. Use failure training on isolation exercises, such as bicep curls, lateral raises, or machine work. These are safer, easier to recover from, and don't carry much risk. Save it for your final set. For example, do your first 2 sets of cable press. Save it for your final set. For example, do your first 2 sets of bench press with 1 to 2 reps in reserve, and then go all out on the last one when you're feeling strong. This goes into the next recommendation. Don't use it on every lift, especially not on heavy squats, deadlifts, or barbell presses. The cost and fatigue just isn't worth it most of the time. And think of it in terms of RIR, reps in reserve. Training with 1 to 2 RIR means you could have done 1 to 2 more clean reps. This is usually the sweet spot for growth without burning yourself out. So, here's the bottom line. Training till failure is a tool, not a rule. I'll say that again. Training till failure is a tool, not a rule. You don't need to grind every set to the blink of collapse to build muscle. In fact, you'll probably grow better by training smart, hitting the right intensity, and recovering properly. And letting failure be the occasional spice, not the whole meal. If this helped clear up the failure training debate, go ahead and hit that subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And drop a comment below. Do you train to failure and do you think it works for you? Or do you leave a couple reps in the tank? Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content. I'll see you on the next one.